Okay. Shit, where did last time start?
We had just got the girls were big and they got small. That was the start of last session.
No. That was
Yeah.
2 sessions
No.
ago, easily.
Yeah, that was 2 sessions ago. No, last.
Second
Okay,
session,
then
tavern,
it was between
then
the
here.
yeah, it was to the tavern and then here.
We started last session at the tavern.
Yeah. So after the group met the villagers back in the town, they found that something was going weird with the. Oh, I didn't. Back after the group met with the villagers back in the town, they found out that things were going odd. And additionally, they had heard from not only Mothimer, but a chipmunk named Rusty Nuts, who told them to go to a tavern called Skip to My Brew. They went there to help find more people to compete in a challenge that Mothimer suggested invoking, where Lord Croaker could grant them an audience with the king and the queen. So they went to the tavern to find some people to take with them. And the people there made Seraphina and Ophelia play a drinking game. First, they had to find all the shots in a grid of shots that contained other things, like some just water, some things that were disgusting, and some actual alcohol. And for every shot they missed, that was an additional shot they must take. After finding all the shots. After that, they competed in another contest that I now cannot remember.
It was the
Weird
hedgehog story
drinking.
one.
Right. Forgot
Yes.
about that. So at the start of the challenge, as always, Mr. Nosher told a story about a hedgehog going out into the wild and an adventure in this case. It's not always the same story. He just always tells a story. While Seraphine and Ophelia were very confused by this old man's story and wondered what the hell it had to do with this challenge, they then immediately got distracted by doing lots of drinking. After that, Mr. Nosher began to quiz them on the facts of his story. And
Which was
for
a
every answer that they
move
got wrong,
to
they had
people
to
who
drink
have
more.
ADHD.
So awful.
During the first round, by the way, the first game, Ophelia threw up on Mothimer and he ran away home.
I still
Yes,
feel bad about that.
During the second round of the game, Seraphina threw up on Ophelia, I believe.
Yep.
Yep. However, after finishing the challenge, the group accepted them and they decided to take Bartholomew and the Kugler with them.
I lost my pen.
None of these seem like the correct name. Oh, there it is. That's when they went on to see Lord Croaker. They were greeted by his assistant Newton, a meek newt, and they then met Lord Croaker, who began his challenge. In the first challenge, they had to hop across the lily pads, getting flies for him to eat.
No, the first
Kugler...
challenge was
we
would bring we
Right.
would bring our grandmothers.
Right. The first challenge was what they would bring their grandmother. Ophelia and Seraphina didn't know what grandmothers were, so that was a bit of a challenge for them.
Yeah.
And Bartholomew and the Kugler, because they're normal, well-adjusted people, thought of sweet things, which the mean Lord Croaker didn't like so much. Oh, wait, no, the Kugler gave a proper fitting answer after realizing that the Lord Croaker's a dick, right?
Yeah, I said a litter of kittens to
right.
propagate the bloodline, essentially.
Yeah, right.
Gotta keep that bloodline working.
The bloodline. Yeah. Seraphina, I believe, said a sweet answer, and he didn't like that. And he made a joke about Ophelia's answer, meaning to also kill his grandmother, and he liked that. They then went on to a lily pad game, collecting flies. The Kugler almost drowned, but instead fell into another level. Seraphina went down to save her after collecting a large number of flies, while Ophelia stayed on top collecting flies. Bartholomew got really tired after falling into the water multiple times in a row and pulling himself out and not successfully capturing any flies.
Switch to that map review.
Oh yeah,
Just show John.
Had launch.
Yeah. Yeah. Kugler fucking failed.
Kugler
this
fell
minigame.
in and started getting pulled underwater. And actually found herself in another area.
She fall tits first. Like pretty sure.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure she fell tits first. Like
Probably.
Yeah, she landed really poorly. That's why she actually has damage and nobody else in the main scene. Where the fuck is this it? No, that's not it. Oh, duh. Why am I just reading the names when I can click through them faster and just not activate them yet? Bonus Lily. Duh, there it is. The Kugler fell down here.
I'm pretty sure I rolled a natural one and like
Yeah.
fucking face planted into.
Well, that was after. That was after Seraphina nimbly and deftly like flipped down there and landed gracefully on the lily pad, and then you went to do it. Yeah, and like tripped like a foot before the fall, and like slid off of the mountain basically.
Legion
it was
style.
Anyway, so Seraphina's in the lead.
Don't
She
look
has the
behind
most
you,
points so
Rachel.
far in the contest.
No, Ophelia does.
No, Ophelia does.
Ophelia has 10.
Bigfoot is
Seraphina
real.
has 9.
that's 10 points.
Oh, you're right.
Kugler has 3, and Bartholomew has 4.
I didn't put letters next to the scores for whose they were.
Yeah,
I
Ophelia
think I was
has
in third.
me beat by 1. No, you're last.
Uh-huh.
Am I? I
Yeah.
thought I did better
Yeah.
than Bartholomew on something. But
You did better than him on the
first one.
first one, but because of the
Oh no. Bartholomew did bad on the second one. He did good on the first one because he played into Lord Croaker being mean actually and like said something mean about his grandma.
is he holding Momo?
Yes, he's holding Momo.
Oh my god.
Oh.
But you can't hear her.
You were then magically teleported back to the mansion. As things began. Yes, everyone. Great challenge. As we begin the next round, quite an easy start to this challenge. Everyone first must simply say a word with at least 8 letters.
At least 8 letters?
Yes.
I'm not so good with words. Can I be grandmother?
Grandmother. That's enough letters. Yes. Everyone else, what words would you like?
Fatality.
Vitality. Wonderful word. Wonderful word.
Curiosity.
Curiosity.
Kugler
Better
kind of
be
looks over
careful,
at you,
Kugler.
like cutting her eyes over at you.
And Kugler. Yes,
If-
Miss Kugler. What would you like for your word?
8 letters. I am really bad with words.
I
8 letters?
literally was
I'm really bad
writing
with
words
numbers.
down to
You know
Um,
lots of 8-letter words, I promise.
Yeah, there's a
I'm
ton
sure.
in the alphabet.
I'm sure. I'm trying to think of a good one though.
I mean, there's one in the alphabet. Alphabet.
Fiona, stop. She's typing for me, apparently.
Yeah, she's going in. She's revealing all your secrets.
Ferocity.
Ferocity.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I was trying to do it in my head without typing, or writing, but then I was like, no, I can't do that.
All right, splendid, great choice of words. And then he opens up the card. And for this next challenge, you will request from me, Newton, ingredients for which to make a sandwich that start with each letter of your word. So like one ingredient for each letter.
Oh shit.
Why the fuck did I pick something that had a U?
I didn't tell you how Bartholomew spells
Spells
grandmother.
grandmother? Is it not with 11 letters?
Maybe. I don't even have a
Yes,
fucking
this will
note.
be the most exquisite sandwich for Lord Croker to judge.
Oh, damn it.
And Bartholomew isn't that dumb. He's smarter than most of the characters I make.
God, there's a fucking Y.
Me looking at this Y being like, what?
That's not how you spell that word. And 2 eyes? God damn it, Sherilyn.
Nope, damn it, Fifi. Every time I move the keyboard, she just moves up.
Oh,
Here.
snap. That's a lot of zeros. John must be rich.
Oh.
Secret
Hey,
trillionaire.
it follows the decimal point, though.
Oh, I see. They just have the spreadsheet set up wrong.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
I appreciate you not just talking it over too. I
There's
didn't
a
even
lot
have
of
to say
fucking letters.
anything.
All right, I've got mine.
Okie dokie. Yeah, if you want to send it in the chat.
Well, no, I don't want them to copy me.
Oh, that's fair. Then send it to me in a DM.
I also assumed you wanted us to, like RP it too, but so whenever
Yeah.
everybody's ready.
Yeah, that'll be involved. And okay.
I know what most of these are, and how they would work in a sandwich. The second to last one, I don't think really works in a sandwich. If
the
I'm
second to
honest.
last one's really funny.
Question: is this just what we're putting
Yes.
on the sandwich? The bread is already being provided.
Nah, bitch.
Nope, everything is from these letters.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
I can work with that. I'm just
You
that
just
I
need
needed to know.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, it took me my whole word to discover which one was going to be the bread.
I think I know which one it is based on how you phrased that.
um,
Am I confident in my choices? No.
Fiona, stop. I'm trying to use my mouse and she's just chewing on my finger.
I don't know why I'm copying these down to my notebook when they're
Serious?
right here in these messages you're sending me.
Look at your boy.
Oh my
Here, I'm
goodness.
gonna put them in one note though, so they can see them all in one place. Interesting.
Oh, god damn it, Fifi.
You go, girl.
You do you, baby. Speak your truth.
Slay queen.
What even is that?
Slay Queen?
No. What I'm thinking of for a letter.
I'm stuck on
Or
one
you're trying to
letter.
think of a new letter? You should probably focus on the letters you already got.
I get that look a lot, Rufio. It's okay.
He does.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. You know, the more I think about it, the more I think I might not eat this sandwich.
Nah, this is a great sandwich. So tasty.
Your sandwich is definitely fucking interesting.
That's not a ingredient, it's a way to describe food. Damn it.
Tasty is not an ingredient.
Umami.
Ah.
Oh yeah, it's a flavor profile.
Yeah.
Because I have a fucking U.
Oh, my U was easy. Think
You don't
about that
have
one.
a you. Your
I mean,
word
you
is
could-
grandmother.
I'm a fucking bear.
Wasn't Bartholomew smart?
Bartholomew is
wise.
smart.
Not smart. No, that's the owl that was smart.
And you could just use like udders. You can eat udders.
Are you saying Bartholomew spells grandmother with a U and not an O? That's fine.
You don't know how he spells it yet.
I mean, look, Newton and Lord Croker are pretty British, so they might accept that just fine. Why didn't you just pick grandmum?
Yeah, this is going to be a sandwich for
Okay.
sure.
So Rufio, you
Uh-huh.
like you would say that like in a certain way, a stew is kind of a sandwich, right? Just you know.
No.
It's
There's
not?
a lot of different things that can be interpreted as sandwiches.
A
and I don't
stew.
think a stew has ever had a
s-
strong argument.
No, it totally is. It's like a French au jus sauce.
That's just beef drippings.
What is a stew?
Usually like slow cooked
Beef drippings?
No, there should be actual beef in it if that's the meat of choice.
And like a bone maybe.
Some vegetables probably.
Yeah. You know.
I don't know. What did Carl Weathers say it is all those times in Arrested Development?
He focuses a lot on the bone.
He does focus a lot on the
And let's be
Oh,
honest,
yeah.
nobody
stew
blames
going.
get that
You
ham
gotta
bone. baby. You got a stew going.
There you go.
Oh God, I fucking forgot all about him. In that.
Oh my god.
He was so funny.
Yeah, that show's crazy.
This is why you put a time limit on things.
Yeah.
Almost done.
I'm done. You want me to send it to
Send
you?
it
I
to
guess.
me in a DM. Yeah,
Oh,
I need to
okay.
know what they are.
I was waffling around on one of them.
I see.
This is why whenever we played IRL, I never did, but I was planning on getting a
Some sort of
hourglass.
timer.
Yeah, like an assortment of hourglasses.
Uh-huh.
Because like you can't argue with the fucking sand, you know.
Yeah.
If you put your head in sand, you can.
No, that's not arguing with it though. That's hiding from your problems.
Ba-da-bum, ba-da-da-bum. But if it's spilling out, then like that's not going to help you either.
Don't judge me on some of the spelling, Rufio.
Yeah, I was right about the breast. Okay. And Serafina.
I'm typing it now.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah. What does that mean? Oh, I see. I figured out what that word is. I just read Ophelia's ingredients just now, and one of them's really fucking funny. That word seemed to give people that letter seemed to give some people issues.
Plan. I have a concept of a plan.
Yeah. He goes, "All right, thank you very much for these lists. I'll be right back with that." And he goes down the hallway toward the kitchen. And as he's going down the hallway, you actually all hear a very loud knock on the door. And as Newton goes to answer it, you hear a loud voice. Oop, why is that not a token? What the F? Did I not make that token? I may have not made it, actually.
I don't remember if we saw it or not.
No, I think it was just the art, and then I forgot that I didn't make it. Whatever, that's fine. She's not going to get a token made right now, then. At the door, as you hear a voice saying, Sir, we demand to see the lord of the house because we believe that he is harboring fugitives which may be involved in the kidnapping of our princess. We understand, based on the banners you've hung outside, that there is some sort of challenge going on. You will be permitted to finish this, but afterward, they will have to come with us. Now have the Lord come with me. I must speak to him in private. And she actually heads towards the kitchen as well.
Oh my goodness, maybe we should comply.
Newton comes and gets Lord Croaker and whispers in his ear. And then they both leave. And as he's leaving, he says, please help yourselves to the buffet. Everything in the garden is edible, and over on the sides we do have some snacks and drinks and whatnot that you can enjoy.
Well, I might imbibe me some right now. I don't know what you made him sound like before, but this is what he sounds like now, that's for sure.
I don't think it was
Hey, that's
actually
fine.
that far off.
I don't think
Hey,
it's super
hey.
far off either.
Awesome.
I know. So, I think I was trying to do a character from a podcast, so don't worry about it.
I literally thought in my head, it was either going to be Ricky's least favorite voice that I've ever done, or I was thinking, see, children jokes are bad.
No, I have everyone's least favorite voice ever done. I won't do it right now, but his name's Kevin. And like, if you meet him, you've probably been playing bad. He sounds like Bobcat Goldthwait, but worse. Just like fluctuating and like getting high and then like grumbly and low and like it's bad. Cracking. Anyway, they go and leave. And you are left alone to your own devices for a minute. If you would like to do anything.
Serafina is not touching the food.
Same. Not.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go and, well, I don't know where he was actually pointing to, but I'll go and just graze. Just see what's going on.
Over here.
Oh, okay.
There's
Bartholomew.
It's all edible plants in the middle here, and then there's like these what look like chairs are actually little snack tables.
Okay, yeah.
Bartholomew's going to go sit in the chair.
Roll a Constitution save.
Constitution save.
Yeah, it's the save for power word kill.
Nice, good job. What happens? 1 second. Bartholomew, you start feeling this sort of like strong magical energy sort of start like shaking at your feet and moving up your body, where it almost feels like your body is gonna like vibrate apart. And you smartly get up out of the chair, barely having the strength to do so, but sort of like resisting it and like keeping your head together and your body like focused. You're able to like pull out of this magical force. And as you see this sort of like zap like go up from this, not like electric, but like sort of like this white like arcane energy just like sort of like crackle and explode like in the air in the center of the chair where you were sitting.
Oh boy, I haven't had that much vibration since I put a coin in that one there bed at that inn.
I wouldn't recommend touching things that aren't yours.
But it looks so comfortable. Why does he get such a nice chair and we don't?
Because it's his house?
I mean, that's a fair point of view.
Yeah, if anyone wants to look around the house at the moment, you feel free to do that. I don't know if any of you play characters that want to steal stuff or be things like that, but you would be able to do that at this time.
If we weren't in some Feywild shit, Seraphina would be stealing.
Oakley dokley. So the Kugler will snack on stuff. Ophelia appears to just be sitting patiently,
She ain't. Mm-mm.
not doing anything. Bartholomew learned a lesson about the chair. Does Bartholomew want to do anything else?
Hmm. His tummy's a little upset now.
Okay.
You know, he got shook
Yeah.
up a little bit and almost shook the poop out of him.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's-
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's going to go eat?
So he's gonna go eat.
Seraphina's
Whatever
just playing with one of her daggers.
Kugler, make a perception. Bartholomew, make a perception as well.
9.
You notice that like these snacks seem kind of old, like the non-vegetable, like the vegetable, the garden seems fine, but everything that's on the sides, they seem like all the boxes are a little dusty. Like clearly they haven't used these in a very long time.
You sure? You sure you guys don't want it? It's delicious. Fresh and
I'm good.
fine.
We're all good to go here.
More from me.
You enjoy.
And after a bit of time, you see that actually Newton would come out first. Being all right, everyone. I have your ingredients. We will, of course, have to wait a bit for Lord Croker. But if you could resume your seats, I can hand out your ingredients. You may want to spread out just to have some more room. But I can give you all of your ingredients now. And you see him sort of like handing everything out. Seraphina, everything looks normal on yours. Ophelia, he's like, I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't know what this indica is.
Special ingredient.
Is it a type of herb or is it a
Herb is the
Ah.
right word.
okay, like a seasoning? I didn't look in that section. I'll go look again. Sorry.
I just let him go.
I'll just pass out the rest first. Kugler, everything looks normal on yours because this is going to be quite a savory dish. And Bartholomew, you see, that's right. That's fine. That's fine. I'm going to allow that one. You do see what appeared to be some animal testicles of some kind on the board.
What?
Nuts.
Oh,
You
oh.
do have. And for hot cheese, it appears to be a cheese that has like hot peppers in it.
Perfect.
The rest seems to be regular. The tenderloins is uncooked.
Excellent.
Okay. I will be going back to the kitchen now. If you want to take some time planning, please don't start building yet until Lord Croker gets back. Actually, that would be fine now that I think about it. I should
Um,
check with him probably, but I think it'll be fine if you'd like to start building.
Newton,
Yes, Bartholomew.
um, there's only one tenderloin.
Oh,
What am
sorry.
I
I do.
supposed to eat?
I'm sorry. It does see that there was an S. Did you have a number that you would like?
Oh, just one for me and one for the sandwich.
Okay, so I will look for her herb, and I will get another tenderloin for you.
Thank you.
Is there anything else?
Not for me.
I'm good.
Good.
And while he is out fetching the new items, you do see Lord Croaker and Lady Mucosa walk out. Everyone can roll a perception if they would like. You know what? I can make you. Don't worry about it. Craig and a Keg's not here. Neither is Zarin. Bartholomew
Yeah, you
is,
can't.
and the
It's not gonna.
Googler is.
Yeah,
Is it because they're NPCs? It won't work right?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think it will. You have ownership of them.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Bartholomew is smart. He has a lightning bulb or a lightning
I'm light
a
bulb.
light bulb in his picture.
No, it just means he has an idea, a concept of an idea.
Bartholomew,
Yes.
you aren't really looking. You're paying attention to your food, to what you're about to be making. But at one point, they're coming out. You think Newton's gonna come out with your tenderloin for you to eat, not for the sandwich. And you look over, and you don't necessarily see anything suspicious, but you get this like really strong sniff of some like a mix of like things that seems very odd to you, but you don't know really what it is. But like you get this really powerful smell hitting your nose.
Is it like from my ingredients or just like their direction
No,
or
it's a new smell that you get sort of like wafting out of the kitchen.
out of the kitchen? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That you kind of like feel it, yeah, like hit you like coming in on like the through the air.
Well, that's weird. Smells like whoopee. They're in the
No,
kitchen making whoopee like my grandma used to make.
roll a nature check
No, I'm not crackers.
before Bartholomew defines whoopee for everyone. Yeah, unfortunately, despite being very skilled in one area of knowledge, which is mounting animals, like taxidermy, not riding them.
I wasn't thinking writing either, to be honest.
That's the weirdest thing about this society, of course, is that there is lower degree non-sentient normal animals that they do eat still.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
I was wondering when I was going to ask for a tenderloin.
He has to get it off of himself. But yeah, unfortunately, you're not sure what the smells are. You just thought it was peculiar. And then they seem to part their ways as she leaves. And he goes back to his throne. And he sort of stares at it and he goes, "Who tried to sit here?"
Well, that would have been me, sir. It looked mighty comfortable. I apologize, but I'll make up for it with a delicious sandwich.
"We'll see if your sandwich can save you." And you see him sort of like look at the side of his throne chair, and he's like, "Always forget the code for resetting this." As he hits like a little panel, trying to like figure out how to get it activated again. And finally sits down in it. And then Newton comes out, and he goes, I couldn't find anything marked indica in those herbs. But I did find something marked indica in a different group of herbs.
I'll take it.
Okay. He like hands it to you like it's like a
Drug
secret.
style.
Yeah.
Drug deal style.
And Bartholomew, of course, here's your tenderloin.
Oh, thank you. I already ate the one I had, so now I need this one.
Well, make sure you don't eat that one as well, or you certainly will not pass the test.
He's like, okay.
Guess I didn't need to move. All right, everyone. As we will begin, you will begin telling us about your sandwich, what it includes, and your construction of it, and what makes it so exquisite. I will roll for the first one, and then it'll just go down my camera list from there. 2. Ophelia, tell us about your sandwich.
Okay. So, I have this on a notes app, so I'm going to read from my phone.
Totally cool.
Okay. So, you take the toast, and I pick up the toast. You cut it
Okay.
into a quarter, right? Yep. You put one of the pieces of toast down, and you start layering with avocado, tomato, arugula, yams, lettuce,
That
these
is
fries, and then another piece of toast.
a lot of vegetables and
Yes.
French fries.
Yes, it's delicious, right? And I pull out the indica.
He reacts in a way that it seems like a bullfrog shouldn't be able to move, and he does look very excited, and like this wide bullfrog mouth opens when he sees that.
And
That's my favorite seasoning.
it's also my favorite seasoning. But we smoke this before we eat, and this is a delicious sandwich. I call it a Toptra's lettuce. Which is a play on devil's lettuce.
I see. I've definitely. I appreciate the try at the pun. I appreciate your word fatality. Don't know about the sandwich. We'll come back in a minute for the final word on everything after we see what everyone else has done.
Thank you.
Serafina.
All right. So we take our croissant, and you cut the croissant in half, and then on the top half, you put the yam.
Yeah. Okay.
We put some yam on the top half. On the bottom half, we put. Is it pronounced ube? Is that how it's pronounced?
Ube. What is that? Is that another kind of yam?
It's a purple yam, so it. But
Okay.
yes. Yeah.
So it's more of a yam wedge than a sandwich.
I suppose. I mean, it's got bread, and it's still gonna
Okay.
be sandwiched in between things. So,
All right, what else we got?
and then you sprinkle on some rosemary, sprinkle on some oregano, and then we add some iceberg lettuce, and some star fruit, and some tomatoes, and some inchico.
Newton, I didn't know you were going to just bring a bunch of vegetarians in for this challenge.
wasn't
Well, I
aware
got
you-
something
Sorry,
for
boss.
you.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I believe you'll be quite pleased by Bartholomew.
I wasn't aware meat was an option, so that's on me.
You weren't aware meat was an option.
No.
What do you think is in the kitchen?
Fruits and veggies.
Hmm.
That's on me.
It's all right. I get it. We all make assumptions about people that aren't like us, I suppose.
That's what we do.
All right. And the Kugler. You're from around here. I'm sure that you've picked some reasonable items for your sandwich.
Right. And I wanted to make the most important meal of the day for our Lord Croaker here.
Yes, and your
And so
word
I
was
made
ferocity.
Yeah, so I made a ferocious sandwich for you. We start out with a lightly toasted croissant. And then we layer on a couple of a hearty vegetable. So we got a little bit of yam, a little thinly sliced yams. And then tomato just for that little bit of acidity. Then on top of that, we're layering all our proteins. So we got eel and rabbit and octopus. Now the octopus is a little, you have to do a, like little tentacle with a little bit of ink, and the ink just like sort of drizzles on like a glaze. Adds a little bit of flavor. But more importantly, it is the sort of the binding agent for the dry garnishes that go on top. So we got our flies and insects that we've like dehumidified over a fire, so they're nice and crunchy, and then we just crunch them up and drizzle them over the top.
Sounds nice. That sounds quite exquisite.
And yeah, and that gives you got your three meats. It's a little seafood leaning, but that has nice flavor profiles that go together with the rabbit. And that's
I've got to say, that's
ferocious breakfast.
it's very very nicely explained. I love the touch of the insects and the flies on top. Definitely a strong contributor here. I see that there might be a difference here in the understanding of what's popular to eat. And Bartholomew, tell us about your sandwich.
Well, sir, we start here with a nice hearty rye bread. Nice and rye. My mom always tried to tell me what rye meant, and I didn't know, but I still don't. But I didn't know my mama well either, so it's all good. We smear a little bit of, I was going somewhere with that, guys.
You forget?
You're doing
Oh,
great,
there we
buddy.
go. I missed it. I missed one of my letters. Anyways, take a little bit of raw bread here, and then you take some of this aioli. It's delicious. Not sure what kind. I didn't ask for a specific kind.
Newton, what did you give him? It's just mayonnaise, sir.
You smear a little bit of that on top of your raw bread. Delicious. Then we take some really thinly sliced bits of this tenderloin here. All right. We lay out ourselves a little old plate with a layer of molasses. And then we take this thinly sliced tenderloin here. We roll it in the molasses. We make a little like candied strips. Okay?
Are you cooking that?
Well, no, sir. It's a
Oh, nice
delicacy.
touch. Nice touch.
You layer the tenderloins on there with a little bit of sliced onion and a couple of slices of rutabaga. The rutabaga adds a nice crunch, just a little bit, but with a little bit of moisture. You want that sometimes. And then them onions, you top it with a little bit of smeared hot cheese, as it were. Sprinkle a little bit of grasshoppers on top. I like to leave them alive, so I do it last, so I can slam on the bread on top so they don't get away too quick. Just a bam.
You just
Okay.
bam them on top. Okay.
Bam them on top. Then you take this here toothpick, you see, and you put it through this nut. Or a couple of nuts, depends how much you like the nuts. And you're just right there on top.
Like
You
a
know,
garnish.
some people like it's an edible garnish. Some people like to use I don't know, those olives, whatever those things are, but I much prefer the nuts. Oh, almost forgot. How could I forget? Well, damn, now I gotta open the sandwich and let all them grasshoppers out. Good thing I got extra. He opens up the top of it. Then he's all like, and then he's like, "Yep, you take home some of these elderberries. You want a little bit of that fruity little, make a little jam out of it, and you put it on top." And he pours some more grasshoppers on top, and then BAM!
Did you just Emerald Lagasse
Lovely,
bam?
lovely.
I'm not sure who that is, sweetheart.
Well played, everyone. I'll begin to hand out my scores. Unfortunately, coming in last place, going to be Serafina. No meat. Your word wasn't violent. It's just not something I can score highly. Then Ophelia, name was great. You tried to come up with a pun. I am surprised none of you were like, oh, like red tomatoes for an R, or like interesting meat for I, or stuff like that. You didn't try and get creative with it at all. I noticed.
Like hot cheese.
Hot cheese was. I saw that. That was a good one. But unfortunately, despite your name and pun, I'll have to give you second to last place 2 points for this challenge.
So did Serafina get 1?
Yes.
Okay. You didn't
The
say.
Kugler. Valiant effort. I love the garnish on top. Quite exquisite. I would expect to pay upwards of $35 to $40 for this sandwich.
Gold.
Dollars.
Gold. But Bartholomew, what can I say other than nuts on top? 4 points to the bear.
Would it bother you if I told you my grandmother died eating this sandwich?
Oh, well, let's hope it doesn't happen to you. And he looks at Newton. Next challenge. Eat your sandwich. Fastest wins.
Oh, Jesus.
It is a Constitution save.
Of course it is.
I believe that
Ophelia
two of
has to
you.
smoke before she can eat.
Yeah, right. That's true. Ophelia does have to smoke before she can eat, per the instructions of her sandwich.
God, do I? No, I got some lettuce. Okay, I'm gonna take a little lettuce out of the sandwich and roll the indica into it. And then
Everyone, yeah.
you just trust me that I use like Sacred Flame or Druidcraft to light it.
All right. Everyone else bites into their sandwiches. The Kugler is incredibly meaty, dense, kind of, you know, she's a cougar,
Fucking cat. Yeah.
so she's pretty good at eating meat. Bartholomew similarly pretty good at eating his gross, disgusting sandwich in reality. Serafina, yours also easy to eat because it's mostly like cooked soft things. It might be very squishy. Like it's a texture I personally would hate.
Oh, me too, but
Yeah. Serafina's more of a trooper than us about that, I think. I don't know. That's your decision.
Serafina's the scavenger. She'll eat what she can.
Okay. All right. Then I will need everyone to Bartholomew, Kugler, make a Constitution save for eating fast or doing drugs. No, I'll demand it, but I guess I can count.
I mean, I'll do it again, but
Rufy, I think
I
if
liked
you
my
if
first
people
one.
I would always go with the epic roll if somebody rolls.
Okay.
Like, you know, like if it rolls with advantage, we always take the first one.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I would say always just go with the epic roll and disregard everything else.
Okay, sure.
You know, just because it's nice to have a rule for how you handle that. you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. All right. Well, everyone's doing great. Seraphina, you handle your hit well. It was nice. It was good weed. Um,
Oh no, that's Ophelia. That does the
oh,
weed,
sorry.
not
Yeah, Ophelia.
Seraphina.
Sorry. Whoops. Seraphina, just gliding through this disgusting slop sandwich.
Goes
This
down easy.
incredibly wet. The croissant bread has disintegrated. Same with the Kuglers. The croissant bread is basically no more. Bartholomew, you're having some trouble. The meat's really slippery and slimy with you marinating and stuff, and you actually like it starts to like slip down your throat too much. This like tenderloin you've just put on it, and you do choke a little bit, and
it's
it's sort of
second one
slowing
up
you down. Yeah.
And the grasshoppers get out and you have to chase them.
And as you're eating, we will require a second round of Constitution. As now Ophelia starts her sandwich, well behind. Well, not super far behind the Bartholomew, but behind the others. Why can I add Bartholomew twice? Where's the Kugler? There she is.
Jesus.
Oh no.
Fuck.
Bartholomew chokes further, and Seraphina starts to get grossed out by the sloshing like texture that's going into her mouth and starts to gag a bit too. Ophelia, though, munching right in. The Kugler staying strong, eating her sandwich furthest along now. As Bartholomew is really fucking struggling. And what might be the last one, as long as the Kugler passes, we will roll another Constitution save.
Yay.
Yay! Seraphina, you recover and start eating again, but Ophelia is successfully able to pass you. Bartholomew, you managed to not actually choke and need assistance with your life.
With my
Actually,
life.
wait, let me count the numbers again. Sorry. No, Seraphina rolled a 19 on the first one. I had that number wrong. Seraphina managed to stay ahead of Ophelia.
Thank you. I was like, hold on, that doesn't make
No,
sense.
yeah. No, yeah, I looked at the number wrong. The Kugler, however, though, able to just munch down that meaty footlong.
No, it's a croissant, brah.
Croissant.
It
We
was-
both had
yeah,
croissants, so they would be like this big.
Yeah,
it was-
croissants are round.
Yeah, okay, well, it was very thick.
It's not a foot long, though. It's not a baguette.
You don't know how.
Buddy, the baguettes, hurry up.
You don't know how big their croissant is.
It's not a foot diameter.
I mean, it's definitely not a foot long. You're all tiny.
That'd be like this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's way too much bread.
What, a croissant? Mm.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that you didn't like my joke.
No, I want realism, damn it.
My
In
bad.
this anthropomorphic
joke. Yeah.
sandwich eating contest.
Uh-huh. Kugler. All right, everyone. Good jobs. Good jobs. Kugler was at 6. Sorry, I didn't write down the updated points.
Kruger was at, Seraphina's at 10. Ophelia's at 12. Kugler's at 7. Bear is at 8.
7. Oops. Cool. All right. Wonderful, wonderful. Kugler, of course, you came in first, bringing your score up to 11. Bear, you embarrassed yourself out there, really. I can make bear puns too. 1 point.
It was
Ophelia,
delicious.
great effort with having to start out smoking. Great job. You came in third, unfortunately, however. Wait, is that right? Yes. And Serafina in second, bringing your total to 13.
How am I still behind you?
How many points do I have?
You have 9.
You have 9.
I didn't even
You're
know what
in
I got the
last.
first few times.
This is also
Uh,
carryover from the last session.
Yeah, I know.
He did good, then bad, then
Great.
bad, then good. All right, everyone. Good challenge. Good challenge. Love seeing the effort. There's just one more we have for you. There is unfortunately not a map for it. It would just be a picture. As he sort of leads you all toward a room and takes you what looks like it should just be outside. But as you step through the door and you look out beyond you, I'm just gonna move.
Does Bartholomew smell that scent anymore? Or did it like go away, or is it just kind of been lingering?
It's sort of lingering in the air. It's a kind of pungent smell. Seraphina, roll another perception check as you get up and start moving. 1 second, not this map. Whoops. Yeah,
Serafina?
I guess it's fine to stay here. Yeah, you both. Oh, you all moved then. Yeah. Yeah, all of you make the check. Perception. Seraphina
That'd
makes
be a dirty
20.
20.
Yeah, as you see, all of you start noticing. Yeah, this sort of like scent. You see Bartholomew sort of sniffing around, and all of a sudden you do sort of notice this strong, sort of like pungent, almost like medicinal sort of smell. And everyone, you all rolled high enough. So Bartholomew, you don't get a new nature, but everyone else can roll a nature to see if you can try and pick out what you smell. Yeah, so Ophelia and Kugler, you both sort of get these different smells that you know. Where Kugler, you sort of recognize this it smells sort of like this flower that you know grows by the pond that a lot of people get the milk from it for sort of like a help with sleeping. And Ophelia, you smell actually two things that you've smelled a couple times when you were back with the cult, which you know that you don't actually know what the two ingredients are. You just know it's two ingredients, and you've smelled it whenever there was someone in the cult making sort of potion or elixir, and it was sort of like an accelerant or a catalyst that you remember like smelling all the time.
Muted.
You're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I go, Seraphina, do you smell that?
I smell something, but I can't put my finger on what it is.
It smells like home, but not in a way that I don't think it's supposed to be here.
Where's home?
Oh, it's with my family, you know, me and Autoptras like folk.
Cult, right.
Oh, or family, you know. Some people say cult, some people say family.
Usually it's people that are in the cult that call it a family, and everybody outside of it calls it a cult.
Some people call it a book club, but you know, to each their own.
Um, well, I guess we'll just be on our guard?
Yeah, probably because, and I explained like it smells like an accelerant, like it smells like something familiar, but I can't place, but it smells.
That smelly
Right.
smell.
Yeah, that smelly smell that smells kind of smelly.
Anyway, you are led outside. I did select a file. And you find yourself in a very bizarre room where when you look off into the distance, you can't really see what's there. It just sort of like gets sort of white, like it fades out. But immediately in front of you, you see. Wait, there it is.
Bye, guys.
4 little carousels. Okay, we will need each of you to get on the carousel first. The task will be involved with answering riddles, and we'll see how you all do. There will, of course, be additional small tasks after this one.
Are there 4 carousels or 1 carousel with 4 horses?
4 carousels.
Okay.
Here, actually, yeah, I do want your tokens out there. Oh, failure. Start a pen. He goes, all right, everyone, please get on the carousel of your choice, and we will begin. And by that, I mean just the one that is right in front of you without someone else on. And as you all get on, he hits a button, and they all start spinning at a rather enjoyable standard carnival pace. And he says, all right, let's begin. What do you call a bear with no ears?
A bee.
That's right. Very good, Serafina. And he claps for you. And he hits a button,
True.
and everyone else's carousel speeds up.
That's just Uncle Henry.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right. And second, everybody. What tastes better than it smells?
A mouth?
Not technically correct.
I think it's a tongue.
Bartholomew, excellent, excellent. And he hits he moves some levers and he hits the button again, and Serafina's now goes faster, and Ophelia and the Kuglers are now going twice as fast. We will move on to the next part of the challenge when someone has successfully answered 3 riddles by themselves. What do you break before you use it?
Oh, that's easy. It's an egg.
Wonderful, Bartholomew. You never thought you'd be so clever.
Well, I got a light bulb in my head.
Kugler and Ophelia, you are spinning quite quickly now. Like, it is sort of a blur. You're genuinely having to hold on to your carousel. And he goes, okay, and see another one. Throw away the outside and cook the inside. Then eat the outside and throw away the inside. What is it?
Could you repeat that?
Yes.
Please.
Throw away the outside and cook the inside. Then eat the outside and throw away the inside. What is it?
Is it a bulimic banana?
No. And he hits a button and yours starts going faster.
Throw away the outside and cook the inside and eat the outside.
And I did not say there was a timer, but I'm sure the people on the faster ones would appreciate it if you answered quickly.
Chicken?
And chicken.
Turkey?
We will accept a chicken. We have talked it over with the judges.
Ophelia's high ass is so happy to hear that. She's
We were
like,
looking for corn on the cob, but
Oh.
we determined chicken counts.
okay.
Fifth riddle. What can you hold in? Oh, actually, first, I need Kugler to make a Constitution save for spinning very, very, very fast. Actually, yeah, getting dizzy. You're able to hold on just fine. You're
Yeah,
able to withstand it. The Kugler's finally good at something. It's eating sandwiches and
Not getting
riding
dizzy.
carousels.
Yo, look at my little baby. Oh, your baby, she's trying to bite the shit out of me.
What can you hold in your right hand but never in your left hand?
Your left hand?
Bing, 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 Serafina! And I believe that is your third? No, Bartholomew got those two, and then
Yeah.
Ophelia got one. I now need the Kugler to actually make an athletics check to stay on as the carousel speeds up even more, and for Ophelia and Bartholomew to make Constitution saves as they start getting sickeningly dizzy.
Because hitting.
Kugler, you're able to hold on, and Constitution saves are successful. Oh, did you not roll a Constitution? Oh, I thought you did. Constitution save. Bartholomew, you are quite dizzy and feel nauseous.
Oh, I think I might have should have cooked that tenderloin.
Next question. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I?
Breath?
Can we refer with the judge? We cannot accept breath. I'm sorry.
The more you take, the more you leave behind.
Depths.
Finally, the Kugler gets on the board. And I need athletics checks from Bartholomew and Ophelia, and a Constitution save from Serafina.
+5, really doing work there.
Hey!
Yeah, Serafina's great. You found like a point to center on. You've got a pace with it. Like you're feeling fine. Bartholomew, you are able to hold on. Ophelia, your grip is slipping, and you actually are worried that you might fall off of your carousel. All right, everyone. It looks like some of you might be forced off of those, whether you complete the game or not. What has a head and a tail but no body?
Coin.
Serafina wins! But first, everyone goes faster. Kugler, actually, here, I know what to do. Because essentially, yeah, everyone's at 6, which means... Not Serafina, she's still at 4. Bartholomew, Ophelia, Kugler. Oh, you can't do 2? Darn. All right, you are all able to steady yourselves. Let's see how you do with your nausea. Really, actually, Bart, you have to fail twice, so Bartholomew is the only one who can really throw up. But who knows what the next section is? You probably don't want to be dizzy. Kugler, you're doing fucking great. You feel incredible.
Yep.
You've actually stood up on your horse. You're like surfing it. Bartholomew, you are puking and it is spraying around in a circle. And at one point, the puke hits you in your own face. Yeah.
Rufy, I'm gonna need you next.
Oh, it's the aioli coming back to haunt me.
Rufy, I'm gonna need you.
Seraphina, a tenderloin flies past you.
Ah!
Really needs
Yeah,
to
it's-
chew
it's the-
better.
It's not the sliced tenderloin either. It's the
No.
it's the whole one that he inhaled before he made the sandwich.
What were you gonna say, Rick?
You need to make the next challenge like a complex math equation, so I can
Yeah.
have one that I'm
So
good
you can
at.
get it.
Instead of the fucking English major.
They are children's riddles.
I like
Yeah.
those.
It's an egg, guys. It's easy.
Yeah, Bartholomew got 2 rapid fire. He goes, all right. Very good, everyone. Very, very good. And then he pulls a lever and it you all slow to a stop. Kugler, you feel fine. Ophelia, you're quite dizzy. You do feel a bit nauseous. And like you were, pretty shaken when you almost fell off, but you're mostly just kind of dizzy and have like a spinny head. Bartholomew, you feel real bad. You're very dizzy. You are you've thrown up once. Your world is still spinning. You might throw up again. And Seraphina doing wonderful.
She does a backflip off of the carousel.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, not even when it's stopped moving yet. Just still running.
Mhm,
Jumps
just
off into place. And I actually haven't. There we go. I don't know if that's the right one, so I'm gonna just get to save it again. And as you sort of hop off the carousel and like sort of complete that little task, you sort of see like the world sort of like filling in from the whiteness all around you. And while you aren't sure what to expect at all, what you quickly notice is that you are all on the edge of a cliff. And what is coming into your view between you and the cliff on the other side, sort of like building itself into existence as you're looking at it, you see a bridge that is made out of honeycombs. Again, one for each of you.
You see Bartholomew's ears perk up. Oh, oh, oh boy.
The railing on the sides is only like a foot high, so it's very trip overable. But as he goes, all right, now you must navigate your way across the honey bridge. Fastest across wins the competition.
Oh, we can't stop and eat the honey out of the honeycombs.
You certainly are allowed to do that if you do not care about winning.
But
And I will say, Bartholomew, you are in last place. So,
so it's okay.
yeah, if you want to just sit there and eat honey, then I can't stop you.
Is this the last one?
Is this the... He sort of like motions for you to come closer.
Okay.
It's the last task, pretty much.
So
There's
do
one
I
more,
have
but
to-
you're not. I
Can
don't
I
think you're gonna.
win?
Yeah. Can you win? Let me look at the points.
Did we get points for the carousel?
Yes. You would have gotten points for the carousel with Seraphina getting 4 points. Ophelia, I forget. Did you get 1 or 2?
One.
1. Okay. Ophelia and Kugler getting 2 points, and Bartholomew getting 3 points.
We should only get 1 because we tied.
No,
Tied
this
about-
way this game works beneficially to the players.
Oh, you tie. Usually you tie to bottom, so.
Yeah.
They're fucking tiny animals, Ricky.
Their game rules are nice.
Mr. Croker's a dick. Like,
He is.
Yeah, so we have Serafina in the lead with 17, Ophelia at 16, Bartholomew at 12, and the Kugler at 13.
Actually,
Do I have it off?
Yeah.
What is it?
Seraphina and Ophelia are tied at 17. Kugler
Oh,
has
okay.
13. Bear has 11.
Oh, okay. Weird. I must have
It
messed
was
up.
it was previously.
No, you said I had 9 before that, and then you said I just got 3, so that'd be 12.
Yeah.
You got 3? Oh, you did get
No,
3.
he got
Okay, so
3.
yeah,
Yeah.
it would be
Okay.
12. So he would be at 12.
I see.
Kugler was at 11 and then got 2, so 13. Ophelia was at 15, got 2, so 17. Seraphina was at 13, got 4, so 17.
Okay. Yes, and what is starting to very much look like a 2-horse race.
I don't see horses.
It's an idiom.
You don't have to call yourself that.
Just eat the honey, Bartholomew. You'll love it. It's great honey. The bees are super happy, super fuzzy, super big, and everyone make a. I guess I'll make the roll for it again. I don't know. I feel bad sometimes making it make that sound all the time.
ah,
It's
I
it's
haven't
fine.
been getting the
now.
sound.
Okay, good.
You should be, but it's fine.
I'm fine not getting it.
Yeah. Yeah, so as you look out, you just see like honey overpouring this bridge, these strong hexagonal structures. I would say like imagine it more that like you'd be walking on the structures with like the honey pods in between. So like Bartholomew would really be able to just like go to town like it's a pond in there, or like at least a large puddle. Quite sticky as you look out. Seraphina and Bartholomew, yeah, that's what you really notice is that it looks just very sticky, like it's going to be hard to move through. Ophelia, as you're looking around, you actually notice that it looks like some of the pieces of honeycomb you'd have to walk on sort of look like damaged, or like they might come loose and fall. And the Kugler, you not only see that some of the honeycomb pieces look damaged. Actually, Bartholomew, you notice a little bit of damage too, but you can't see like anything consistent that you would know like where to look for it.
Mm-hmm.
Kugler, you also see, while not as many in this picture as there are in this picture, some like just really giant, fuzzy, like beach ball sized bumblebees with like these really large stingers that bumblebees don't usually have. But they have like these cute, like smiley expressions on their faces. And they definitely seem to be like looking at the group and the bridge.
I thought you said it was bridges. You said we had our own.
Oh yeah, 4 bridges. Yeah, you each have your own bridge.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad. Correct. Boom. So I will first need everyone to make an athletics check as you run out across this bridge.
Are you gonna do a call?
Oh yeah, I can. But I just feel bad doing the call all the time.
You're fine.
I like it.
But why don't you put us in initiative review?
Oh yeah, that works. That helps. Let me put everyone on the map. Ophelia.
Because it's more of a skill challenge than a
Right.
call for roll.
That's fair.
I have a question.
Yes.
Looking at these, there's like the. Like, hang on. Like this. Would you let me fucking draw? I clicked on the tool, goddammit.
Press Q.
Like the slats, like it's in a honeycomb box?
Yes. Are those actual, like, slats like that?
No, you do not see those. I should have clarified that.
Okay.
Yeah. And it looks like the bridge is about 45 to 55 feet long. Okie dokie.
Is
Yeah.
that like real world feet? And so it's insanely like
No, you're right. No, it's in
Horizon or-
it's in relative feet.
okay. It's just judging from the picture,
And actually, yeah, we should do it that skill challenge way. But I will also add some things in as it's happening. So the Kugler, as you step out onto your bridge, you actually first notice a crack, and then as you're sort of like looking at the bees, after you notice the crack, you see that there's like a line of them that seem to all be sort of like wiggling their butts and like being like buzz, 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 we're gonna get y'all, and they sort of just start flying like horizontally in a straight line across like the the map.
like behind us.
No, they are like if you're looking across the bridge, they're off to the side at the moment.
I was picturing it as like they're forcing
They're
us to go
chasing?
forward faster.
No, they're not chasing you.
They're
Okay.
perpendicular to us.
I
That's
don't
the
know what
word.
that is. I'm a bear.
So the
Okay.
Kugler,
Oh,
how
I
would you
only
like to
know what
begin your progress
parallel
across the
is.
bridge?
So before actually, like, is he giving us like a set, ready, set, go?
Yes. Oh yeah. He should. He was like, everyone, ready, set, go. Yeah. What do you want to do?
So I'm gonna start like not on the bridge. Like I'm gonna start like maybe like 10 feet back from like the start of the bridge.
Okay.
And as when he says go, I'm gonna start sprinting, and I'm going to vault off of the side of the bridge, and try and jump to the bees and jump like parkour and ping
Fuck
pong
yeah.
off of the bees, so I
You
don't actually
fucking
touch
bitch.
the honey.
That's the honey.
bits.
Okay.
You fucking
Mostly
bitch! You stole my idea.
because the Kugler is we coded
do
her
it
as like
too.
a monk, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And so yeah, so I'm gonna do that with athletics.
Yeah. Make the athletics check.
16.
That is a success.
And then are we doing the give a um give a
Yeah. Give
obstacle for the
the
next
challenge to
person?
the next person. Yeah.
Okay. Hit start on
So
the
you
combat
are
so that
right. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Give Serafina her challenge.
right. So Serafina, you saw that there was this like line of bees that are sort of like coming at you like a wall. And as they do, you see that they come forward and then they pause a little bit, then they surge forward, then they pause a little bit, then they surge forward, and then they pause a little bit. And so you can see that there is like a timing there.
It's like fishing in Stardew Valley.
I know what that means.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh
So
yeah, so how would
now-
you like to progress? You can pick anything but athletics for your way to start across the bridge.
Oh, I meant to do acrobatics, but yeah, no, athletics works.
Well, yeah, that's good for her because she's
Yeah,
not
no,
gonna-
I was trying to lock her out of acrobatics.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
And also like for like consider as well like
Abilities and skills.
abilities and stuff like that. You don't necessarily have to use them, but you can flavor them, right?
Uh-huh.
So depending on what you have available to you. And this is the rare skill challenge where you could actually animal handle.
Well, I animal handle myself every night.
See, if I wasn't playing the Kugler for what can you do with your right hand but not your left, I was gonna say jack off, but if yeah, there's not a. I mean, I guess that kind of works with.
Right hand's
For
weird.
yeah.
One second. I'll be right back. I'll still be able to hear you for when you pick your skill and roll the number for me.
Okay, sorry.
Explain to me your actions so that I can properly judge the DC, because I will adjust it based on stuff like that.
Sorry, I'm just trying to like fully comprehend
Oh, yeah,
this.
no problem.
I don't know. Did he ever go over like how we do skill challenges with you guys?
No.
So my rules are usually like I put
Yeah.
people in initiatives, and then you can't use the same skill that the person before you used, and you can't use the same skill twice in a row. And usually we do it, or I've been doing it where, like you give an obstacle for the person ahead of you. Usually it's not as confrontational as this, but so like you'll say, "Oh, I do this, I pass or fail," and then here is like a prompt for the next person, and so that usually gives like the next person something to like key in on.
Yeah, and for those prompts, feel free to be pretty loosey goosey with them. Definitely, people. I try my hardest to make them make sense, but
Yeah,
not
but
everyone does
skill
that.
challenges are a little Looney Tunes. Like there's a little bit of cartoon logic going on.
There's like way too much happening in the amount of time that they're happening during.
That's how
Yeah.
we flooded an entire city with sewage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just pick a skill and then like come up with an event for that it makes sense to use it for, you know. And if you can justify it, you can do it, right? Or you can just say what you want to do, and Rufio will be like, "All right, roll this."
I mean, I want to. Seeing how sticky. God, this could be so bad. Seeing how sticky the bridge is, I'm gonna run along the like railing. I want to run
Okay.
along the railing, and using like my quick feet, fancy feet, whatever it essentially is, being a rogue, of like being able to like quickly move through the flowers.
Yeah, there's definitely some like difficulty caused by the flowers. They make it a little slick. There's some like you find like some like roots and vines in there that are a little bit like thicker than you think they would, and they can trip your feet. Give me an acrobatics check.
Motherfuck.
Ooh. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, you run into like you see this very like large blooming flower in front of you, and you sort of like get ready to step over it because you're expecting it to be really slippery, but you don't realize that like it was sort of like hiding something behind it that you didn't notice, and you step on these like berries, and it gets very slippery, and you slip onto the honey.
Okay.
Now you give a obstacle for Ophelia to deal with.
Yes, and that's where you can get pretty loosey goosey.
Is there already a rule in place that Ophelia can't just fly over this?
They
In the
said no
first round,
flying.
there wasn't. It was stated. Yeah, no flying.
Yeah.
He didn't. He did not specifically state it for this round, but it may carry over.
Or you can say for your obstacle that like there's this like magical downwind that like pushes her down into the honey if she starts to fly.
Yeah. Yeah, if
Or
she
the
tries
bees target her if she takes off.
Yeah, like if she tries to fly, there's like a like gust of wind that is essentially keeping her in place.
Doing this together.
No, bitch, we're tied and I want to fucking win.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I would like to be tied with you. I would share.
So, Ophelia
I'm competitive.
naturally you see this challenge ahead of you, you're like, duh, fly. And you start to fly, but every time you try to, this gust of wind sort of like pushes you back into place at the starting line. How do you approach this sticky situation?
Yeah, that was
It's not
like
sticky yet.
It's about to be.
It's about to be.
I mean, Seraphina is. Your move speed is, of course, halved in the honey.
But I can dash, so it's
You can
normal.
you can dash.
So it's normal then.
Would you have to like roll for dash? Because how does that work? You just dash and that counts as a success, but you could only do it once, is what it would be. Yeah.
Yeah, I could just bonus action. I couldn't action.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
she's still faster than normal people.
Yeah,
but
she's still
it's-
fast. Yeah.
Fast as fuck, boy.
That's fuck.
Fast as fuck,
Because
boy.
that's you don't want chases to actually be what the last one is, which is just a move speed test. It's supposed to have like challenges and stuff. And I made
yeah,
skill
I mean,
rolls, but it still became mostly a move speed test.
a move speed test, like there's no, it's solved. There's nothing
Uh-huh.
you can do to
Yeah. Uh-huh.
change who is in first, second, and third.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm thinking that I'm gonna try and kind of do something similar to Seraphina, but I'm gonna like try and like kind of get in the flowers. Like I'm more like scaling them rather than like walking on them,
Mm-hmm.
and like trying to kind of camouflage, like if I can.
Wait, say it again. I'm sorry. My brain blanked.
You're fine. Also like trying to
Turned
kind of like
off.
camouflage, like
Okay.
in with
Like
the
to
brightly.
hide from the bees?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're on the flowers, but you're moving slowly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What's roll a stealth? That is a success. As you are moving along, not the quickest, but you feel safe and you're not sticky. Like you look down and you've made it about as far as Seraphina, but like she's covered in honey.
Does Seraphina's rule now go away after my next turn unless she reinstates it again? Or is it like permanent?
That's flying is hard.
Yeah,
for
that's
these
more of
sort
a
things.
flying rule. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was also just thinking like in general, like can we
one of the
In general, like the obstacles
no,
for
in
the
general
next
it
turn.
goes away though. Yeah.
Okay, cool beans.
In
Awesome.
general, it goes
Yeah.
away. The flying one
You're
will,
just-
will stay just because it's one of the very few situations where flying breaks the game.
Oh no, you're totally good.
Yeah.
Also just like mechanically, like does like the
Yeah.
bees go, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the bees will fly at you, I think would actually just be the natural reaction if the gust of wind wasn't there.
Cool beans.
Yeah. All right, but what obstruction is in Bartholomew's path?
I think as I'm like going through the flowers really slowly, I'm knocking like pollen onto the honey. And if he eats the honey, he's gonna fall asleep or have some type of reaction. It's not good.
Yeah, there's pollen flying all through the air. It's contaminating the delicious, delicious honey that you've already scooped up a handful of, Bartholomew. Do you want to eat the honey or do you want to go for the race?
Oh, I really want that honey. Oh. But I'm gonna go for the honey.
What kind of check do you want to make?
Shit, I don't know.
Would it
A
be
survival check?
Yeah, that works. Oh man, you don't know what it is, but like you were feeling nauseous. You're not feeling as nauseous anymore while eating the honey. That's kind of nice. But you are feeling still kind of dizzy and you're getting drowsy.
Oh, this honey is so good.
Yeah, it is also just very good honey.
Oh. Kugler's next?
Kugler's
Yep.
next. What is the Kugler's obstacle?
Kugler starts to feel a tingling on his extremities that are touching the bees.
His.
I said
Her.
I changed it and just said the Kugler.
Mm-hmm.
What?
The Kugler starts to feel a tingling in the extremities that are touching their legs and hands when they touch the bees to jump. And there's some sort of like uh, neurotoxin that's in the fuzzies of the bees on their bodies.
Interesting.
Okay.
Creative.
Yeah, so seeing that, I'm gonna change course. And
Okay.
I'm gonna look for so I'm looking for a very specific like type of flower. Like on the railing, like in like mid jump, like hoping and praying that there's like a specific type of flower that's on the railing that's like this like
Uh-huh.
big bulbous like petal that is known to like sort of build up pressure during like certain months of the year, and then like
Okay.
then like then like all at once it releases a whole bunch of pollen and spores. And so I'm looking for
Uh-huh.
like a big one of those that I can like land and use to propel me forward.
Like one of these.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like a Mario like flower.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah.
And so I'm using nature
Okay. Sure. That works.
as I'm like abandoning the bee plan. Oh, that's a 3.
Abandoning the beat. 3. You see what looks like one of these big flowers that you think it is, and as
Yeah.
you go to land on it, you're like, heck yeah, this is great. This is going great. It opens prematurely, and you see these sort of like sharp spikes all over the insides of the leaves,
Oh no, it's carnivorous. It's a
and it
cat
closes
trap.
around you.
All right. Yeah, fair enough.
Seraphina's challenge.
Right. So Seraphina, you sort of face planted into the honey. And I'll say at this point, as you look up, you can see that like as soon as you touch the honey, the big like bees with stingers that were flying around that you saw, all of a sudden like and like lock onto you, and you see them like charging towards you.
We're gonna get you. She's taking our honey.
Okay.
They still got big goofy smiles on their faces. They're like wiggling their stingers at you as they're coming, like kind of slowly, but they're coming for you. They're in that pattern. It's like a asteroid. No, not asteroid. That one game I can't think of right now.
Galaga?
Centipede?
Space Invaders.
Space Invaders.
Okay, 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 okay.
Okay.
Galaga would work.
What the fuck?
What?
Sorry, my cat just free like I think he was sleeping and I think he almost fell off the bed because he just like fully freaked out. Sorry. He did not roll well on
Oh.
his spell.
Sorry.
Bless you.
Bless you. Seraphina is going to dart forward a bit and then like try to slide into the vines to hide from these bees.
Sure thing.
So a stealth.
Boom. Perfect. That is a success, as you're able to find cover in these vines, and you're even like, because you're not just having to walk in the honey, you're using the vines, you're even able to make like better speed than you thought you'd be able to.
And then
Ophelia's challenge.
Ophelia's challenge.
What's funny
The
is like
flow-
these marks up here don't even mean anything because this isn't a team challenge.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The Can you
I have it marked down in another place.
Vax?
I mean,
My
we
love.
could also just move up our tokens 1 square
Oh, yeah,
for
that's
every
true.
success.
Uh-huh. That makes sense. Serafina has one. I feel like Bartholomew is lost in the sauce.
As Seraphina's using the flowers to like slowly move through, they start vibrating, and it's like a vibrating, and it's like disorienting to the point of like she can't necessarily tell if she's going forward or backwards at this point. Like she feels like she's getting turned around.
I feel like you're having like weird vertigo and direction problems with these flowers. They seem to have enacted some sort of like defense system. What you do?
You're muted.
I also whispered. Sorry, my bad. I was like, that's a great question. Because it is a great question.
It's really tough sometimes, especially like if like two really similar characters are one after each other. And like I would really like to use that skill.
I mean, she can't use stealth and can't use stealth, so
Right.
she can do.
Yeah.
Fair.
She's
Yeah. Well,
The
I
hard
wasn't
part
saying
is,
that was
like-
happening this time. I was
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
more like yeah.
Also, you can, for casters, generally you can use like
A spell.
religion. Well, no, I was gonna say
Oh,
you
I
can
see.
use
They did.
religion or arcana, depending on your what kind of caster
Come
you
on.
are, to
Mhm.
say like I'm gonna do this magic thing that's not necessarily like a spell or a spell slot, but it's like I'm a magic person, right?
Yeah, I have magic. This is how I
And-
express my magic.
Yeah. So nature, religion, and arcana, depending on the spellcaster type, is what you do for that. So if you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to create like create an ice wall and slide like Iceman, and I'm a wizard, then that would be an arcana.
Perfect. So for Ophelia, like, I know flowers. And I feel like I would know
Flowers.
like what kind they are, you know what I mean? Like plants and everything. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. That really threw me for a loop. Good job. Like honestly, good job.
Thank you. I mean, you made it difficult for me to think of what to do, so good job to you.
I think she's just going to make the best judgment she can based off of like what she feels, and she's just gonna surge forward.
Okay. Guess- like make a insight check.
Oh.
Ophelia, you run backward.
Vax, no.
But you do find out that you've done that by when you get back to the starting line.
Starting point.
Yeah.
You think you're at the other end, you think you win, and you look up and
Yeah. For a
everybody's running
second,
the
you
other
think
way.
you've won.
And there's Bartholomew, and I'm like,
system.
fuck.
Yeah, you look over and Bartholomew's got a handful of honey raising it up to his mouth.
Oh, hey, Ophelia, you want some?
And what is his
No.
challenge? Other than getting drowsier.
When I fell back, I created like a little
Ew.
crevice in the honeycomb next to us, and he sunk into it. So now he's in a pool of that.
Oh, you're
drowning.
actually on different bridges.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
I think it works
Cool
better if we're all on
beans.
the same bridge, but
Okay. Okay. Then yeah, sure. Same bridge.
I like same bridge.
I
too.
think.
yeah.
Same
Yeah,
bridge.
I think
Yeah.
same bridge.
With the
was
way
fine, yeah,
this
same
works,
bridge. Yeah, that's true.
Well, now he's in like a little kiddie pool, a little bear pool, a little watering hole of honey.
Sure.
The
You are
glorious hole of
Bartholomew. I
honey.
think you are. Yeah, I think you're in bliss as you find yourself in
Oh,
a
it's blue in
hot
the
tub-
river.
hot tub pond.
It's blue in the river, you know.
Yeah.
He's getting a little drowsy, and he's like, maybe I should try a little bit. He's going to do. So he's feeling drowsy, but he pulls out a little bit of the hot cheese that he swiped,
Yeah.
right? And he snorts it hardcore.
Oh man. That's
Just
intense.
all this spicy cheese up his nose into his sinuses, the little peppers and everything. And he goes, "Oh,
It tastes,
alrighty." And he
you
just,
sort of like taste it, and it goes really well with the honey.
yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
"That's delicious. Let's go." And then I want to brute force strength my way out of it and just start barreling forward.
Yeah, roll in athletics. Wait, so you're not. Wait, are you not climbing
Strength.
up? You're just marching through the combs.
Uh huh.
Okay, yeah, for sure. You
Oh my
fucking do
God.
it. You barrel your way through. Another
Ah.
great pun.
Yep. Craig would be proud.
He would be.
He's not dead.
Yeah. If he's not yet.
What is the Kugler's challenge?
Oh, the Kugler. Where did Kugler leave off again?
Being
Kugler,
eaten by
Kugler,
a
you just
kitty-
got spit out
Venus
of
kitty
this
trap.
carnivorous flower.
Yeah.
Make a dex save to see if you can land on the railing or if you fall in the honey. You land
15.
on the railing.
Hmm. 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 It's kind of weird on that section of the bridge. The honeycomb actually looks more stable than the railing does. And the railing starts to fall beneath your feet and crumble.
Okay. Sure. In that case, who's ahead, me or Serafina?
You're in the same position.
Sure. I'll look back at the other two, and there's like a sturdy place in the bridge that's like so like as the railing's crumbling, I look towards the bridge and I see that there is like one like fulcrum point that like is holding the two bridges together with this honeycomb.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna fucking people's elbow that to try and like break the bridge in two to like separate like where we're going and the two that are behind.
Okay. Yeah, I see. Of course, perpendicularly across
yeah.
the bridge. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that would be athletics, wouldn't it? And he just did athletics. Ah, shit.
Athletics was just done.
Yeah. So then in that case, yeah, I don't want to just. I wanted to do something that wasn't just like do acrobatics to like leap over.
I see. I mean, jumping high into the elbow drop could be acrobatics, but I guess jumping it's athletics, so no, it's not.
Exactly. Gotcha. Then in that case, I will leap from the like the part of the side that's crumbling into the solid part that John mentioned, and as I land, I will like look and see all the bees that like and like lock on to me stepping on the honey, and I will try to sing them a song of their people.
Okay.
And try
yeah,
and
sure.
handle the bees to like ignore me and go after the others.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, animal handle them bees.
14.
You animal handle them bees.
So
That easy, huh?
it's just like a
Yeah.
I don't know how bees sound, but I assume it sounds like that. And so yeah, basically like no, I'm good. You get them. They're get the weirdos. And yeah, so cool. And then Serafina was stealthing.
Yes.
And
through the vines.
yeah, through the vines. And as she's like sort of like creeping, she gets to the plant that I was just in, and she like brushes the side a little bit, and it starts to like reach over and like and like it tries to eat her too.
Seraphine, a carnivorous plant, is trying to eat you. Response.
I try to.
Eat it back.
Bartholomew, by the way, you're wearing pants with lots of pockets and they're all full of honey.
Oh.
Try to dance out of the way and continue forward. So performance? Question mark? From dancing?
That's a questionable acrobatics
That
call
is-
there.
Okay.
Seems like acrobatics.
I mean,
Oh, okay. Acrobatics
you-
performance.
Did you
I mean,
do acrobatics yet?
I did the first time, but my last one was a
Right.
stealth.
John, we
What's
can
the
see your
rules again,
pussy.
Ricky?
Yeah.
No,
it's
the
white.
acrobatics is legal here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can use acrobatics.
Okay.
And you pass. As you catch back up to the Kugler, deftly avoiding this
Hey, Mom.
hungry, malicious plant. As you see, the Kugler's clothes are torn and ripped from its teeth.
I think Bartholomew needs to go up one, and Seraphina needs to go up one, and then Ophelia. Have you won any yet?
Well, she did,
Yes,
but then she
Ophelia
moved
won her
backwards.
I
first
fell
one.
back.
Oh yeah,
It's-
she
it's-
fell
fell
back.
back.
Right.
It's just a raw number of successes for skill challenges.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. But it's
Yeah, like
Wait,
that's the whole
like
thing. Is like,
she's back.
One.
yeah,
I still need to move up one.
Oh yes, I thought it already happened for some reason.
For Ophelia, the bees notice that she has wings and suddenly take a very big interest in that. And they all start going towards her.
Sure thing. Ophelia, you are getting swarmed by big old bees with large stingers. What is your plan for moving forward?
I love you.
Ophelia like looks at the bees and sees that they're like interested in her, and she just goes, "They took my ability to fly, guys." And just like tries to get like sympathy and keep
It's a-
going. Like, please don't hurt me. They took. We all fly. How would you feel if you couldn't fly? Type situation.
Animal handling
Okay.
persuasion.
or persuasion. Yeah. Well, animal handling
Yeah.
passed, so that works. Yeah. So yeah, the bees are moved by your plight, and they actually they seem to like help ferry you along a little bit, but they know they're toxic and they fly off of you. As you have 2 successes, they help you catch back up in place to graphically the spot you're actually in. And what happens for Bartholomew, who is just trudging straight through like a tank through the honeycombs? I assume mouth open.
Yeah.
Before like the bees completely like leave, I'm gonna turn and point to Bartholomew and go, "Look at him! Look at what he's doing to your honey."
These beers are not only swarming Bartholomew, they are enraged as they see what you are doing to their honeycombs. There's no more smile on their cute faces. They're not wiggling their butts. They're pointed straight at you and they're coming. What do you do, Barry?
I am going to I'm gonna Hulk out. You said I'm like a barbarian-esque, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna Hulk out and like when he does like the building jumping, but I'm really just gonna jump on the first bee I can see and roar in its fucking face and power bomb it into the bridge and keep running.
Right? Intimidation, I guess. You intimidate the fuck out of these bees. You show them that as a bear, you have some sort of a dominion over this honey, and they also help ferry you up. Now, what is the Kugler's challenge? See, here's where it gets questionable, Ricky. Is like since it isn't a
End of
turn order,
round.
it makes it seem like you win end of round, right? Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I thought. Yeah. Okay.
I already thought about this.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, like you have to.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, whoever got initiative has the highest chance. All right. But what's going on for the Kugler?
Hmm. How close to the end is he? Or she?
One more.
You're all yeah,
I know, but like give me like
one last sprint away, a final 15 feet in relative terms.
15 feet. Okay. Um, all right. The queen bee appears. Queen bee appears and is flapping
Yeah.
her mighty wings.
Yeah, wait, I have a not in this campaign, but I have that art, I
I
think.
know
No,
you
I probably
do.
deleted it. I probably deleted it.
I know which one you're talking about too.
Yeah.
um, that whole thing that Ricky bypassed that one time with animal.
Uh-huh. By talking to
Talk
animals
with
like a
animals.
reasonable person.
Yeah, so the queen bee appears and who? I don't know, lands dead center on the bridge and begins flapping her wings violently to create a cyclone while stomping on the ground trying to knock out the last 5 feet of the bridge.
Yeah, so you see this boss monster fly down. It's creating cyclones with its wing flaps. It's like a like a massive Apache helicopter. It's dangerous. It is causing a lot of wreckage in the bridge, and you need to navigate around it and deal
But
with its damage.
but the cyclones aren't doing much
Okay.
other than ripping up honey out of the comb and spewing the honey all around.
Okay, so it's just making everything extra sticky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So I am going to use survival. And I am going to, as I'm like approaching, I am going to fashion like a lasso type knot on it.
Mhm.
And I'm going to use that to like lasso onto hopefully something sturdy, like some like sturdy plant that's on the right side, like a bush or something.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hold the other end of the rope and leap sort of diagonally off the left side to swing up under and land on the back right side of the queen bee to
Yeah,
bypass the sticky.
I think I saw Vin Diesel do this once.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
fast 7.
Yeah. Where the
So yes,
physics become total silliness.
yeah, exactly. It's a skill challenge. So I'm
They
doing
become they become superheroes and their power is cars. Like
yeah,
it's
so I'm doing a whoosh and then end up on the other side of the queen bee
yeah.
with survival to
Kitty.
for not tying skills.
Look at that tail.
For sure. No, that
14.
makes sense. 14. the Kugler, you are able to swing and make it across and jump onto the bee, and then leap off of her bee butt and make it to the
Well, no,
finish line.
bypass
Oh,
her.
oh,
So I
I
end up
see. I
on
thought
the
you
other
were
side.
jumping on the back of her. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no,
Yeah.
no,
No.
no.
You
Up around
you
the
bypass her
thing.
completely.
Yeah.
Somebody could call that a bit of a Kugler d'etat.
No.
What does Seraphina see
Um.
other than this bee that she doesn't have to deal with for some reason?
Yeah. So, as part of the queen bee approaching, the all of the flowers and the vines that are left on the bridge sort of like react to her pheromones, much like the bees do, and they start like they do the Resident Evil movie thing where like they shoot these vines, spiky like thorny vines up in like this like matrix of like all of these like laser beam vines. And so you have
I
this
already
like
can't use acrobatics, motherfucker. I just did.
and so yeah, so that's what you see in front of you, basically a hallway of thorny vines.
Maze of thorny vines. Even Catherine Zeta-Jones would have trouble dipping below these.
Or Mila whatever her name is.
Jovovich.
Jovovich, yeah.
Is it somebody's turn?
It's mine.
I've always worried that I've missed hearing something, but I don't think I did.
No, I'm trying to think what I'm doing.
Think
Sorry.
away.
Yeah.
My friend Erin, I've been messaging her this whole time. Her and her husband play D&D, and
Uh-huh.
I'm like telling her. I told her I started with the sandwich thing, and I spelled it out for her.
Yeah.
And like I got to the bridge part, and she's like, "Bro, what the fuck is this campaign right now?" I'm like,
It's
"Oh, it's
about
just a run-of-the-mill Rufio campaign."
it's a side quest.
I'm just like, "We're really good at D&D. You just don't know."
Are the vines creating like a full-on maze, or is there like a pocket
Yeah, it's like
that I could like fly
yeah.
through?
Yeah, you can totally like
Yeah.
nimbly bimbly like jump around and through and you know that sort of thing. It's not like a grid, it's like whoosh 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 whoosh
Yeah.
whoosh 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 whoosh.
So, because I literally can't think of anything else, can I like, I guess, make it an arcane to like have like a slick surface to like just like limbo under these, like slide under them, just like get a running start and just whoop. Although there's, hang on,
It's tough because like you're not
That's-
that magical, so I feel
I
like it
know.
should have to be
Can
very
you-
hard. Like,
I mean, it would just cuz she has like
Oh, a
mage hand,
cat.
so you can like flavor
Mage
it as
Hand could
like
help. Yeah.
yeah,
She's
like
a
flavor it
cute
as like
cat.
gently deflecting them around like the
Mhm.
path that you are nimbly
Yeah.
bimbly jumping through it, right?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, so yeah, slide through and use my mage hand to like push them out of the way,
Yeah, make an
Like,
arcane check.
like lift it as I'm like sliding under one. Oh fuck!
Yeah, you are able to make it across with the Kugler. Let's see if Ophelia joins you.
Oh, and for Ophelia, um, she at? Let me think.
Better not give shit to Bartholomew. That will make him a Pooh Bear.
That was terrible.
Yeah, I
That was
know.
awful.
The honey starts like crystallizing around her, like around her
Mhm.
feet. And so it's like every step she takes, it feels like it takes more effort than it did before.
Mm-hmm. All right, Ophelia. It's getting harder and harder to step.
You know what? At the end of the day, you gotta pray. You know? And so,
Right, all the bees
Pray,
drop dead.
pray to your death god. Yeah,
if a Toptra can lead me to it, she can lead me through it. Um,
Oh my god.
that's so funny.
and that's what I'm gonna say is I just try to just feel her, you know, and just try and surge on, try and connect with her in that way. I'm like, if the Toptra can lead me to it, she can lead me through it.
All right, make a religion check.
Thank you.
So as you're walking, amazingly enough, you're thinking this, you're concentrating, your eyes are even closed as you're thinking it. And a bee just falls out of the sky dead in front of you as you're able to step on its back without even breaking pace and just walk back up onto the top of the honeycombs. And every once in a while this either a plant flings down at you to try and stop you, but it instead hits a bee that's coming for you and protects you from that. There's just this series of good luck events that happen as you blindly close your eyes and pray your way to the end
Like
of the bridge.
like the hero that's flying through the asteroid field in space.
Maybe I don't know what that is.
Just like any space scene flying through an asteroid field where one knocks
I
another
see.
one this way and then
Uh-huh.
yeah.
I see. Yes. Yes. And Ophelia, what is Bartholomew's final challenge?
So as these dead bees and these plants are kind of not hitting me, they start falling back towards him, kind of like a little a rock
Avalanche?
slide. Yeah, hard
Okay,
and
yeah.
fast.
Yeah, so these bees are falling out of the sky and they're bouncing off each other's shells. Their stingers are pointing up in the airs and bouncing dangerously at you. How do you deal with these new actually more dangerous than they seem to be originally bees that are now bouncing
More
nonsensically
dangerous than
at
they
you?
seem to be. I want to use my skills and perception to perceive the best way to dodge them as I move forward.
That makes sense for me.
Poorly.
Unfortunately, when you attempt to do that, you you think you see an opening. You look to your left, you look to your right, you look forward, and you think you see an opening, but almost immediately you just get this bee slamming into your
What?
ribs from the side where you missed it, and it knocks you back down as you're just short, reaching out in front of you as you see everyone else cross the end of the bridge.
Oh boy.
Oh, sorry, Bartholomew, but you did spend the first whole round eating honey, so impressive challenge, really.
No, I still got some in my pockets at least.
We can jar some for you and take it home. Maybe
Oh.
barrel it for you.
Oh.
And he jumps you back to the main room. And as you all come back to your seats, you can move yourselves. Newton sits down. He goes, Uh, unfortunately, before we finish scoring this round, we will have to break to commercial.
What's
Yes, you
that?
will have me in combat.
Oh, into the combat roof.
It's
yeah.
in the other scene. Yeah. I have to go back to that scene, right?
Yeah.
Honeycomb and combat. As we exit this little side world for a second, and we travel a few hours into the future to find
Oh shit.
an angry Craig in a keg traveling east towards the camp. It's nighttime. Despite his anger, he had to sleep at some point.
I like that he still pitched tents for the other rest
Yeah,
of the
he
group.
still pitched tents
even
for
though-
everybody. And Craig, as you're what are you doing as you're angrily awaiting, you're like finishing up your day as you are starting your anger driven kicked out of the group rampage?
I'm grumbling. Did I ever make that coffin?
I don't think so. I don't think you would have had the time to make a coffin.
I'm working on that.
Right. I remember you working on it outside of the wolf's cave.
Yeah, I'm working on it some more. I wanted to be like, yeah, I'm whittling, and I'm like, oh wait, I could actually. Okay, yeah, I'm whittling. Essentially, I'm working my wood
Yeah, you're whittling. And
and grumbling to myself. Well, and they think they know, but they don't understand how important everything is in this forest.
they don't understand your passion. As you hear a deep
Right,
voice from the
right.
trees behind you.
Exactly, they don't understand my passion.
But there are those who do.
Oh
Who
yeah,
also
but
want to drive people like that out of this forest.
of course, there's always like-minded people to find. Wait, who said that?
You know this voice. As you see this person walking towards you, an incredibly large and muscular satyr.
Are you the one that tried to kill me?
Yeah.
No. He did kill you.
He did kill you, actually, yeah.
I was like, what do you mean?
A
This
very-
one. Yeah.
A very, very good distinction there.
Your passion extends beyond your own life, just as mine has. And you see him, he sort of
Oh.
like spins his axe and stabs it into the ground, the top of it into the ground.
Craig stands up quickly. Oh, what have you done? Come here to gloat?
Of course not. I've seen that your group has left you. And it seems like you might now understand our motivations, for we are only trying to protect this forest too.
Hey, they didn't leave me. I left them. But that
All the
doesn't
more
mean that I'm forgetting about them.
Whose goals are more similar? Ours with you, or theirs? We
Would you
want
like
to rid
me-
this land of that lumber camp as well.
If you'd
I
like
could even
me,
make it easier for you.
if you'd like me to be perfectly honest, I don't want you here either.
I have been permitted to negotiate with you.
That does not change what I said.
We will leave your grove and your tower. If you join us. You will be in charge of tending to this forest when we leave.
And how long will that be?
I'd assume not much longer, given that your friends probably should find their way out of here without you.
Let me ask you a question. What's in it for you? What do you do with all of this? What do you get? What brought you to be where you are?
He picks up his axe back out of the ground and sort of holds it up as he begins walking towards you.
I puff out my chest and I grab my weapon.
He then like flips it and holds it out sort of like in front of you. Before the elves were here, before Amcilia, we ran this forest. They disrupted our nature. And make a perception check as you look at his weapon.
Do 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 do. Okay. Okay.
So it looks, you do notice that the handle is this like very sleek and strong sort of like black wood, and it does look like it actually has a little bit of damage. And he looks at you. Do you notice something?
Looks like it may have been mishandled at some point.
Perhaps I am wrong for looking for your help. Perhaps you did not learn the craft of your family.
Oh, I learned it all right.
This is not made from the same technique, but the same one that taught your ancestor.
He's talking about the white wood,
He-
right?
Yeah, he's saying that his axe was also made with some sort of magical
Yeah.
wood crafting. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Sorry, Fiona, stop. Hey, that's quite impressive. And who might have made that for you?
One of our leaders from the Underdark.
See, there's a noticeable stiffening in his body. Fiona, stop sitting on the keyboard. It's a serious moment. His body stiffens a little bit at the mention of the Underdark and whatnot.
We know your bloodline carries a unique ability for this craft, and we would like you to join us.
You know, being the protector of the grove, and eventually the forest, does sound quite good to me.
And we are
But-
the only group attempting to stop the king with no crown. You will need to stop him to protect this forest.
And what of my friends?
If they are smart, they will leave.
And if they aren't?
Do you think they could win a fight without you?
Ah, you're right, they fucked.
They would be coming at us at that point.
Perhaps we could strike a deal.
Told you I am permitted to negotiate.
How about you let me friends go? I'll go back to them. They'll never know any different. I'll have changed my ways. And I could get them out of your way.
Roll a persuasion or deception?
Both the same.
Oh, yeah, then whichever one you want.
With advantage for being confusing? I don't know.
No. No, you cannot go back to them. And he sort of like
I
starts.
don't like the way you said that with such finality. So what if I choose not to do anything with you now? Is that the end of it for me?
What do you
Not
mean?
just,
Are you
well,
asking if you are permitted to leave?
absolutely. I think that's quite imperative to know in this particular situation of negotiation.
Where are you headed?
Well, I was going to the logging camp. Feel it out a little. Maybe empty it out a little. But you know, that seems like what you want too. And if I decide not to help you and go cure the logging camp, anyways, well, then I'm inadvertently helping you. But now you say I cannot go back to my friends.
And you cannot kill the logging camp with them. You cannot stop the destruction of your sacred grove.
But, you see, I have a slight sense of moral compass and obligation, as skewed as it may be occasionally. In that sense of,
You turned that man's head into jelly.
I said slightly skewed.
I was impressed. That's why I came to talk to you.
I just don't like how you're taking a choice away from me, but pretending to give me a choice at the same time.
Maybe there was a misunderstanding. I'm saying you can go back to your group, but then you'll be against us. Then we'll fight. We'll kill. Like you can go back, but like you can't go back and claim you're helping me.
Is that what you meant now? Because I personally took it as a threat. And you should not threaten somebody you're trying to negotiate with.
I'm literally handing my axe out in front of you because I thought you might be able to fix it.
I take the axe?
And you look at it. What do you want to do with it?
I'll inspect it.
Yeah, look it over. Give it a nice investigation. Give
Yeah.
it whatever you want. A stone knowledge, but you don't have that. Roll investigation with advantage for heritage. There you go.
That makes sense.
Yeah, as you look it over, you do start noticing that it does look very similar to your family's work, but there's like some twists and like turns in the wood that like wouldn't happen with how your family does it. You don't know
Mhm.
if like the wood was extended there or maybe they like pulled a turn out of a branch or something.
Like the weaving of the fibers.
Yeah, it looks like it's been like twisted in some way that your like family just usually doesn't do.
Oh, curious. If I were to guess, I'd say a wee bit of magic I don't know. And, some sort of creature with more fingers than I have made this.
Definitely more magic. And he sort of takes it back from you. So what is your choice, small man? You are on your way to the camp. Do you have free will? Do you do what is yours? Will you protect your grove? Or will you go back to them who don't believe in you, who want you gone?
You know, I've given this a full 20 seconds of thought.
It's more than you gave the people you killed.
Brutal.
But true.
Accurate.
Oh, yeah. Something to see. I should take a deep breath every once in a while lately. You know, breathe in the fresh air. Really feel this forest and how it moves and speaks to you.
Yes, ponder your god. Maybe ask her for direction. I will tell if you joined us by if the camp is left standing tomorrow. And he walks off.
Craig, like, deflates as he disappears and slumps down to the ground. Oh, what am I doing? My mother didn't raise me to be this way. My father, well, he did make me kill my cat once. He was a stuffed cat, but still, it was rather brutal.
Yes.
Oh, if I could only talk to my family now. A little bit of guidance, warmth out here, a light. Other than that one up there, it's very bright right now. Wait, it's nighttime, isn't it? The moon's very bright right now.
Yeah, it's nighttime for you.
Yeah. He's like kind of taking little like stabs at the coffin he's carving. Why am I even carving this still? I mean, Ophelia would really like it. But I left them. But still want to give it to her. I guess they mean something to me, eh? I guess. I guess they mean more than the forest does in a sense. Forest hasn't been there for me always. But I do want it to be with everyone else for always. Oh, latte. Give me some guidance. I really
Did you
did
ask for
forget
guidance? What?
I
Oh,
really
latte.
I really did forget the name of her. All I
Roll
could think was latte.
a religion with disadvantage.
It's already bad. A for advantage, control for disadvantage.
Correct.
Boop. Oh yeah.
Because you called her latte.
I mean,
All right. Yeah. As you ponder and you think up to this God who brought you back to life, who has instilled this sense of passion and purpose in you that you are missing, you feel disgusted that you almost gave it up to go back to this group that doesn't believe in you, that doesn't want you to succeed, that doesn't believe in your true path forward.
wait, what?
That's what you feel when you focus on your God.
Hmm.
She finds the idea of you going back and making peace with that group disgusting.
He's looking down at the coffin in his hands.
The fire crackling in front of you.
I wonder. Why would I go back? But why would I join them, those others? Don't like them either. They kind of killed me. You know what? It's kind of all their fault, and they put me here to begin with. Not only did they kill me, they're trying to take away my own choice. He looks back down at the coffin. But if I don't go back, I'll never be able to tell Ophelia how I really feel.
Yeah, you're looking at the coffin, you're pondering, you're looking at the fire. One second. I need to check something actually. I always forget.
That look pretty nice.
I was like, what?
Greg, as you're thinking that thought about Ophelia, you look at the fire and you look back down at the coffin and you look at the fire again and you start tossing it in.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Here's the thing I'm looking for.
As you feel, honestly,
Oh
you
my
feel
god, I should have done deception earlier. That's what it was. God damn it. I get advantage on deception.
Ah.
Yeah, never mind. Don't matter now.
And as you throw it in, you do feel like you are not fully under your own power, and you do feel compelled to do this by something stronger than you, as if a part of your own control over yourself and your own sense of who you are is slipping away.
Gonna slump back down to the ground and sigh heavily. Little bit of a tear trickles down his cheek.
And then a feeling of ardent, targeted anger at the lumber camp and a knowledge of what you must do.
You know, those loggers. Don't know why
Real
it took
reason
me
you're
so
all here.
long. Don't know why it took me so long to come to terms with it, but she never would have cared anyways. And he picks up his hammer and walks off into the woods.
Greg, you
Ruh-roh.
don't feel a need to sleep as you walk into the woods. And good session, everybody. I'm excited to meet John's new character soon.
Yeah, great. I tried, guys.
You did.
I mean, if you tried to come back to the camp, like it wasn't gonna end well. I'll put it that way.
Mm-hmm. I know. But this made it more dramatic.
It was.
Cool. There's a lot of
Hell
cool
yeah, that was
new
awesome.
subclasses and things to look into.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it's a guy that wears a shipping crate.
Blake the Crate.
Yeah.
I will quit.
Yeah. Yeah, don't be a muscle wizard.
I just don't want to come up with another fucking voice, damn it. I liked Craig.
Then you shouldn't have killed two
Shouldn't have
innocent
started
people.
murdering people.
Shouldn't have
Yeah.
gone murder hobo.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you failed all your roles.
I did.
The only one you failed was the one that made you like his story more about his axe. You did great on that one.
I was sitting there. We said deception or persuasion, and I was like,
Uh huh.
there's a one of these has a point to quick and get over the other. I was thinking of my cloud rune, and then I was like, no, I think that's just
Ah,
not a saving throw. But it was
I see.
deception. I get advantage on.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's silly. It doesn't really make that much sense.
It is confusing.
All right, guys.
Alrighty.